Got me actually is this, Terry. They come up and it says club team in very small writing, and then underneath it in big writing they write the opposition. So Don and I were managing to announce the wrong names for each team every time. Yeah.
Trap for new players.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next game we've got the Irish Vikings,
who were really unlucky against Tradition earlier on today. Yeah. The referee was very hard on them.
And then the team they are playing in this next match is the A-Trade Overseas Old Boys. Now,
who brutalised Scottish in the first game. They just won every contact. This will be a good game of rugby, Terry. Yeah,
look, I was watching the Overseas Old Boys training last night, and they under the watchful eyes of Kenzo Purnell and Kenzo Purnell and Ken Woodward, who's been associated with the team for a long time now. So it's Vikings to kick off. Obviously, fielded cleanly here by the Overseas Old Boys.
The Irish Vikings and the A-Trade Overseas Old Boys.
I think the early games are ready to go by here, Terry. I think this is going to be fairly physical. Yeah.
Overseas Old Boys moving the ball wide now. And up in the middle. The referee rules not rolling away the tackler. Overseas Old Boys keen to go quickly.
This guy was a star last year if it's the same player.
Yeah, Eyal Hakim. And unfortunately ball's just gone forward there and preventing Stephen Jones from having the first try of the match.
I actually thought it might have been off a knee, but the referee's closer than we are.
Yeah, I think he's probably got a slightly better angle than us. Our commentary position in the main stand here at the Hong Kong Football Club. It's not the highest overhead commentary position we have.
It's the second commentary position we were in today. Don and I started on the other side.
I remember those days trying to do commentary about four rows from the pitch, and with people walking in front of you. It was a bit of a challenging assignment.
And Craig Hammond's team talk in your ear.
Yeah. Okay, and then we've got the Irish Vikings busting up the middle. It's Fionn it's Logan Crowley.
They've got two Logans. It's quite confusing, actually.
It's not often you even have one Logan, is it?
They're 15 aside rocks, every one of them. There's 4 in from each side.
So again, keen to the Irish Vikings keen to take it forward. That's Logan Trotter. Hit by Crowley from the base. Promising. And finished off well. Jesse Houston down about 15 metres in from the sideline.
Don't think that's unsurprising, having watched the first games today. Vikings looked really fairly well organised. We always know that Thursday morning's their difficult time because they maintain the amateur ethic of going out on a Wednesday night, the Irish Vikings. Yeah, well, and then they've got some strong tradition there in the form of Andy Douglas, who's been with the crew there for a long time, a long-time stalwart of Singapore Cricket Club rugby, and not unfamiliar to people in Hong Kong. Not unfamiliar.
But he's just chatting with him last night. He said they've got some interesting new additions, and we've already seen from Logan Crowley, who's one of the Crowley dynasty, the son of Alan Crowley, who played sevens for New Zealand. We've also got a part of another dynasty in the team with Blake Barrett of the current Barrett dynasty in the All Blacks. So
you've got to assume he'll be an All Black within 18 months if he's in the rest of the family.
Exactly. I mean, he obviously is the one that had all his food stolen from him. So they're not small lads, are they?
Somebody hurt down in the middle there for the Old Boys.
Yeah, so the Old Boys have got Hamish Patterson down, not looking too healthy.
He's up though, he's up.
Oh, ball's kicked through, flipped fairly nonchalantly into the middle of the field to his mate Charlie McKill, and probably won't be thanking him much for that pass in the after match.
Or that one actually, the flick on inside your own 22. always welcome by your own players. They're determined to play it out of here.
And they're moving, happy to move the ball wide.
Hello.
Sorry, we've got someone with a rogue mic there. I think
we've been hacked by the Russians, actually, Terry. Is it?
It's probably fake news then, I guess. Oh, the ball spilled, and overseas old boys taking advantage of that with, I think it's Charlie Walker sprinting off under the posts. And
dancing on the loose ball there, Harry Sayers, the old boys.
That kind of mistake can just turn these 10-a-side games, Terry.
Well, it does, and you know, the Irish Vikings looking to play with a fair bit of control there, and yeah, under pressure, but not likely to concede possession. But they, yeah, one mistake, snatched on by the opposition. So all of a sudden, our game is
7, Vikings 5.
a new leader with overseas old boys taking a 2-point lead with a successful conversion.
So who have you liked the look of so far today? I know it's the first day, Terry.
Well, I think Samurai looked pretty good.
They looked fairly comprehensive, didn't
Yeah.
they? I mean, and it wasn't a bad East Africa team they were playing either. So
No, they. But no, I think that's the one that's seems to be the most composed to me. But they've got the advantage of all coming pretty much from the Bay of Plenty and playing together regularly. So, you know, you may see teams come up more on the second day than to a position where they've already achieved.
Football Club gave Penguins a real scare earlier on. And
That one went to the wire and could have gone either way at the end.
just knocked on in front of us, I
Good
think.
probe down the sideline, and the ball into touch. I think we will find Rhodes Featherstone just not enough space for him to elude the defender there, and just sliding into touch. Nice ball off the top from the overseas old boys. It was Jamie Chipman. Probing forward. Ball's out. It's free game now.
Pressure defence.
And it's overseas old boys, they had the opportunity here to clear the pressure. When you're under pressure by a swarming defence there, you need to drop the next player deeper, clear it away from the numbers, and move it to another part of the field. And overseas old boys losing possession, conceding the penalty because they didn't achieve that.
What's just happened to them actually is what they did to Scottish Exiles the whole of the first game. Just pressure defence, pressure defence. But yeah, as you say, they had a whole line out. If they could just have dropped the man back, they could have opened the field up.
But that's the way you get the ball back. That's 10s. You keep the pressure on. You pressure and pressure until the opposition makes a mistake.
I think that's the
Irish Vikings set with a solid maul here. Breaking free now. Crowley through the back line. We've got space on the outside, and Jesse Houston might have an opportunity here. Oh, solid tackle there. Slow to roll away. He felt that. Oh. Okay, ball up through the middle with Robbie Ingram. Trucking it up, committing a few more defenders. Oh, great play by Crowley. Unfortunately, ball spilled. Referees playing advantage for a high tackle. Quickly taken by Vikings. I'd be surprised if those players were behind the goal line, which they needed to be from that penalty. The referee may be playing advantage for not 10 metres.
Yeah, not 10, given the advantage, penalty again.
I think they frustrate the referee one more time here. We may see a card.
I don't think they're going to do anything but go straight up the middle here. They've only got one.
Yeah. I think they choose to go to the set piece, the line out.
Keeping my record from earlier on, every time I made a call in the early games, Terry, the teams did exactly the opposite, usually successfully.
I've been making a habit of reverse calling all the kickoff options. So, but obviously confident in their line out, the Irish Vikings here, and wanting to create a bit of space for their back line on the far parts of the field. Beauty of the set pieces, you get all those big guys concentrated in one spot, and leaves a bit more room for the magicians in the back line to apply their trade. Okay, pressure from the overseas old boys defence here. Little knock on, the referee signals, and 28 seconds left on the clock.
I'd like to see a replay of that. I thought it was actually the Vikings that knocked it back, but
we probably will see a
pressure.
replay here. Referee's made his call. On cue, we will not see a replay of that one. We'll go to the scrum. So 10 seconds, clock winding down. This will be the last play of the half. So will the Irish Vikings be able to make something of this and get some more points on the board? Currently trailing by 2 points.
I give this chap number 6 out in the right wing. He's been pretty quick so far.
Crowley bursting from the base. Good solid tackle. Oh, ball's gone free in that tackle. Knock on.
Penalty.
Referees, oh, it's interesting. I thought the ball was spilled forward in that. Maybe the referees called he retrieved it, played on the ground. Overseas old boys choosing to kick to touch.
Irish Vikings 5.
As we said, Terry, too tight to call this game, I think. I mean, it's
Yeah.
a mistake or a piece of brilliance perhaps going to win it, but very physical.
Well, and that in itself creates pressure. They go to the halftime break. 2 points between the two teams, only one score each. They know one mistake can cost the game. So every movement, every pass has that little bit of extra tension on it. So, you know, the guys we saw playing relaxed football, throwing relaxed passes at the beginning of the game, tighten up a little. It's, you know, it's like the golfer. Where did that shank come from? You'll be surprised the way that tension will create mistakes.
No, well, you saw it in some of the games earlier on. Coming into the second half really tight, and then just dropping the ball dead, no real reason, and just turning the game over. I mean, but you're talking about why we've got a gap here. The Scottish boys, the Water boys, they've
Project's Water boys, yeah.
They've learned the last 2 years. They came with a pretty small team the first year, some bigger lads. They've played above themselves, really.
Well, they've come with a big, strong, solid team. They've got pace. And they've got energy. They really inject themselves into the game. So when they get the ball, they do something with it. And you know, that last game of theirs went right down to the wire, and it took a brilliant tackle to hold the ball up in the in-goal area. You know, biggest guy storming towards him, he held him up, and game over.
I was sitting on the other side and I said, who threw himself under there? Because that number 3 had scored a 60-metre try, knocking 3 folk over in the first game, and he's huge.
Yeah. And like, you know, he went under the bus literally, but he did it and saved a try and won the game for his team. So yeah, so Irish Vikings to kick off. It looks like Robbie Ingram to do the honours. High contestable kick. Player tackled, but still in the air. Unfortunately, timing wasn't great.
Close.
Hadn't quite come down, so...
Boy for Sandy Bay charging up with Ashton Hyde, I think is how he come there.
Hey. Oh. Screams for offside from the stand, but of course you can't be offside if you go back and retrieve the ball and the ball's gone backwards. Even if you're in front of the ball, you've gone back past the point where it was knocked down. A bit of a shimmy and a show, and no one's taking any of that. Yeah. So we saw Femi Sofalaran trying to use a bit of magic to beguile the defence there, but they were having none of that. Came straight and trashed him over the sideline. So yep, I think he might need a little more space to weave his magic.
Oh, here we go. Off the top, straight up the middle for Vikings. What do you reckon? Well,
tackling in midfield solid from overseas old boys.
might be a steal.
Yeah, we had a clean out and a tit-for-tat clean out back. Referee rules there was a... no, he initially he ruled a knock-on, but he's saying the team going forward...
An old fullback, Terry. You're probably not reveling in that. But, you know, I mean, there's a difference between 7s and 10s.
Enough of the old.
Just, you know what I mean? Sorry. It used to be before. But just absolute mayhem in there as folk go challenging for the ball.
Well, and, you know, that's the sort of carnage that the big chunky guys, we used to call them the concrete mixers. That's the concrete mixer carnage. Us, you know, fleet-footed guys preferred a bit more carnage out wide where there's a bit more space. You didn't have too many sort of nose-to-nose confrontations. Yeah, overseas old boys move it wide to the left.
Not been very much shape to this in the second half. It's been all over the place.
Michael Sylvester taking down a tackle and driving through the middle again. Defence holds. There might be space on the outside if they can get it wide here. But again, confrontation. The tackles are made. It's Blake Barrett reaching over. Well, interesting call from the referee. He called that man was from the side. I thought he had his feet firmly planted on his side of the rack. It was a very tough call actually for the number 4 Barrett member.
Oh, that's the number 4 Barrett, is it? Yeah, yes. It's not quite the same build as the rest of them.
Not the same mould, no.
Yeah, you know what'll happen. He'll slim down, and as I say, he'll turn up in an all black shirt in 18 months. Either that or he'll bulk up. I mean, that's a family story, isn't it?
Oh, tell you what, it's a really glowing advertisement for backyard rugby. It's driven 3 of the brothers into the All Blacks, and the 4th quality brothers here at the GFI Hong Kong Football Club 10s.
You think he feels some family pressure?
I think so. He's up here having all the fun. The other boys aren't going to be allowed to come here for 7s week and have a lot of fun at the football club.
Not until they get to the classic age.
And bit of a stalemate in the middle of the field here. The defence holds strong. Options either way. Not sure which one to take. Yeah, the good suffocating defence here from the Irish Vikings. Just biding their time, not rushing, not leaving gaps.
Nearly turned over again, but there might be space
the
right
overseas
now.
old boys have decided there's numbers. Michael Sylvester just going down there. The referee's seen something he doesn't like.
There might be a yellow card.
Okay, I don't
For
see exactly what this is for. It's a long way from our commentary position here.
Vikings just
firm in his decision there.
The chair for Nick Cummins.
Maybe just killing the ball there in that rock.
Yeah, may have signalled playing the ball on the ground. But
3 minutes only starts when he gets onto the chair.
Yes, ground announcer reminding Nick Cummins that his 3 minutes in the sin bin won't start till he actually sits down in the naughty chair. So he's adding a bit more pace to his.
It's a bit unfair, really, isn't it?
Well, it's. I think it's you know, it's meant to be the naughty chair. You can't have a relaxed time of it.
Well, this could be a chance for overseas old boys. Big number 12 out in the wing here. He was great last year carrying the ball. Elan Hakim, he's got to be wanting this year. Yeah,
well, they've got the numerical advantage here for 3 minutes, so they'll be wanting to probe those spaces out wide. The Irish Vikings defence is still very strong. Men over the ball contesting and rewarded. Very strong jackal there. Hard to see exactly who it was from our position here, but great play by the Vikings.
Go to the set piece, keeps in possession, try and kill that 3 minutes.
Yeah, but you know, you can't just kill the 3 minutes because you're 2 points behind and there's only 4 minutes on the clock. So
that's one thing, yeah. Okay.
They probably do need to get a bit creative, and we saw YCAC with a man in the bin score a couple of tries in an earlier match. So it's, you know, sometimes it might just be the jolt or the wake-up call you need to spur the team into action.
I don't think it's much of a hindrance when you've got the ball. It's defending that extra man really seems to be the problem.
Yeah, saw the...
But I don't know about that as an option.
Don't want to give the ball away. Oh, knocked on there. Oh, busting up the middle. This is going to be a try to the overseas old boys.
Ayal Hakim.
Yapeli Latawa.
Oh, my mistake, sorry.
Going in for a try under the... sorry, calling
Hakim.
the wrong list.
Yeah,
it's Ayal Hakim.
Yapeli Latawa.
Sorry, we'll go with my original call, Yapeli Latawa.
It's Ayal Hakim. The ground announcers got it wrong as well. We're going to settle on Ayal Hakim. Oh no.
Unfortunately, you'll find that...
Eliotwa.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we again tripped up by our team sheet here.
Something out of this. Overseas old boys 14, Vikings 5.
This is going to be very hard for the Vikings. They've lost 2 really close games if this goes this way now.
Yeah. But overseas old boys with a strategic advantage now. The Irish Vikings need to score twice to win this game. With 2.5 minutes left, that's a big ask, but they'll need to make position work well from this kickoff. That
should be a free kick to start. Oh, it's gone the 10.
They've chosen to play it, so it's gone the 10. It was a very precise kick. Irish Vikings going wide, knowing they need to score soon. Crowley up from the base. Forward. Again, they need to clear that ball. The overseas old boys slowing the ball down on that breakdown, and some good old-fashioned rucking, releasing the fingers off it.
I think that mistake, Terry.
Double knock on. It's
might just be about it. I think so. He set the scrum.
A minute and a half here. This may be the slowest scrum the overseas old boys packed today, but very hard to see them scoring twice from here, especially without possession.
You're going to tell me once again that that's Yapeli Latawa leaving the pitch.
Yapeli Latawa just leaves the pitch. Free kick to the Irish Vikings here. Straight into contact. Good solid tackle made. And yeah, it's difficult under pressure in a situation like this. Oh, and it's a knock on from the Irish Vikings. Under pressure in a situation like this, it's very easy to focus on the fact you need to score twice and forget about actually scoring the first one. It's a bit like a game of golf. It's always easy to hit that second drive, but you need a birdie. You got to hit the first one.
You need a birdie, but you need a birdie to win it. But you need to get the par in the hole before. Exactly. Yeah. No. I think that they've had it. But the last game in this group is going to be Scottish Exiles versus Irish Vikings. That's going to be a hard call. I mean, they'll be playing for the bottom half of the draw, but
it's it's great as the teams sort themselves out. They find an opponent that's about similar measure to themselves. So the games and the contests get more exciting as the matches get closer.
I think that the one coming up next, Terry, Football Club, who were brilliant in their first game against Asia Pacific Dragons, who got themselves turned over.
Yeah, there was a bit of a surprise, that one. Oh, and we've gone for a kick to touch here. Little ankle tap, and the second kick for touch is far more successful. So
balls off the shin.
And
game over.
And with that,
14 points to 5.
I'll bid you goodbye, John. I'm being replaced here by the big man Jim.